This is something I really wasn't originally planning on talking about, but then a suspension came, and it fired me up. It really made me interested. I did more research, and here's what happened. The LA Dodgers were playing against the Houston Astros. Remember, the Astros cheated last year. They won the World Series and beat the Dodgers. And so in a game this year, Joe Kelly was pitching for the Dodgers. And there's a great breakdown of what happened on YouTube by John Boy. John Boy Media is my favorite baseball YouTuber. He's incredible. And by the way, watching the video of Joe Kelly, I kept thinking that the pitcher, Joe Kelly, looks a lot like the comedian Josh Wolf. It was kind of funny to me. So Joe Kelly, the Dodgers pitcher, was struggling a bit with command. His fastball was wild and all over the place. And he gave Alex Bregman a 4-pitch walk. But the final pitch of that walk was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that went behind Bregman's head, and the batter had to duck down to avoid. So Alex Bregman gets walked, and then Joe Kelly struck out Carlos Correa. And as Joe Kelly walks off the field, he taunted Carlos Correa, making fun of him a bit. And I'll be honest, I loved it. I was camping when someone sent me the video. I loved every single second of it. It was fun. There was drama. Joe Kelly, in my mind, is a hero for doing what I've really wanted to have happen to the Astros for a long time. And, there are annoying baseball people who hate bat flips. I love bat flips. I'm the kind of guy who says, you hit a home run, hey, celebrate. Taunting is fun. Rub it in their face. And what Joe Kelly did was great. Now, baseball, the MLB, really did not like what Joe Kelly did. They didn't like the taunting. And they determined that he was intentionally throwing at the Astros batters, trying to hit them. And the most outrageous part is that Joe Kelly got an 8-game suspension. Remember, that's during a 60-game season. So 8 games out of a 60-game season is an astronomically gigantic big suspension for what happened. It really seemed very, very, very much overblown. It's a big chunk of the year. And everybody keeps saying that the MLB did this to send a message to other teams. Hey, do not mess with the Houston Astros. It's so frustrating. I understand that. I actually don't understand. Baseball, why are you doing this? I'm trying so very hard to like the MLB. I love the sport of baseball. I really enjoy. Baseball has some incredible moments, but the MLB right now and baseball are not exactly the same thing. And I'm really struggling with MLB, Major League Baseball. Man, they're doing so many things right. But my biggest issue with the MLB recently was that none of the Astros players who cheated got punished. And so now, not only were none of the Astros players that were involved in cheating, not only were they not punished, now the MLB is actively protecting those players. And this is what happens, in my opinion. If the league doesn't punish them, then opposing teams are going to take it into their own hands and do what they can to punish them their way. And really what it is the injustice of this entire situation. The injustice bothers me. It's not only that, but some small part of me, I admit, the part of me that looks at Joe Kelly and what he's doing, his taunting and his audacity, really, the small part of me that likes Joe Kelly, that wants controversy, makes me go, I like this. I like watching the Astros suffer. I like watching Joe Kelly taunt them. Again, I felt like Joe Kelly was kind of a hero because he was acting towards the Astros the way I feel towards the Astros. They're cheaters. The Houston Astros are cheaters, and they got off scot-free. No punishment. The organization got punished, sure. The players did not. Nothing happened to the players. And so if you strike them out, yeah, rub it in their face a little bit. Again, the little small dark part of me, I enjoy it. It's fun. I guess maybe hitting their batters repeatedly is not the best answer. I understand that. But I hate to admit it, it does feel like justice. When I watch an Astros player get beamed in the back, it feels a little bit good. It's like, finally, some retribution, something, some consequences for your actions. The players chose to cheat. And look, I understand why an Astros player would choose to cheat. If you said, hey, here's a device that's going to make you better at your job and honestly help you earn more money. If there was something that made me a better sports broadcaster that instantly made me more money and maybe like way better so I could win whatever, there's no sports broadcaster championship, but you get my point. I understand the desire to do something that makes you better at your job and makes you more money. It's tempting to want to take advantage of that opportunity. But again, if you cheat, there should be consequences. And unfortunately, Major League Baseball did not punish the players who cheated for the Astros. And now even weirder, the Astros are being protected. It's all messy. It's all bad. But right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm really, really struggling with the injustice right now surrounding the Houston Astros. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I watched Joe Kelly taunting them and throwing balls behind their head, and I go, I hate to admit it, Joe Kelly's a hero. I want everybody to do that. It's fun. Like, if baseball's going to do nothing, if the league is going to do nothing, can we at least have some retribution from opposing teams? And now baseball took even that away. It's like, the fun part of the year. A storyline I was really excited about for baseball was what happens when teams play against the Astros. Baseball said, no drama, none of that. We're going to nerf it immediately. It's like, come on. Come on. I was so upset. I hate the way baseball handled it. And again, the injustice around the Houston Astros is really, really bothering me. And it just doesn't feel good to me at all.